going on, everybody? Welcome back today for another video. I have this behind me today. If you guys are new to the channel, consider liking and subscribing on this video, commenting down below. This is my 2001 Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ, and in today's video we are going to be discussing if you should tow with your 9904 Grand Cherokee Jeep. A lot of this information is going to pertain to the 4-liter, but I will go over some things with the 4.7. This Jeep behind me is a 4.0. I've never owned a 4.7, but I did have friends that owned them. So, from my, knowing of their Jeeps, I might be able to help you out a little bit. But let's hop right into this and we'll discuss why or why not you should tow with a 9904 Grand Cherokee Jeep. Guys, so if you're new to the channel, this is a 2001 Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ. I've owned this for probably about 10 years now. I want to say maybe 11. It's been a while. I got this Jeep bone stock. This is a full bolt-on 4-liter inside this contraption here, the hood. Also, I swapped this motor a couple times. So I blew the original motor and swapped it with another motor, which wasn't too great. And then this is the current motor that's in it. I'm pretty sure this motor is stroked. I'm almost positive about that because there was markings on the rod caps and everything, like Sharpie writing, like somebody was in here and rebuilt the engine. This does have a lot more power than, a 4-liter kind of should. If you guys have seen the acceleration video, I am on a 33 by 12.5 18 tire. These wheels are extremely heavy. They are about 130 pounds for one wheel. So 130 pounds, 130 pounds, 130 pounds, 130 pounds. So just know there's a lot of weight here. It is on long arms and everything like that. It's lifted 5 inches. So yeah, there's a lot of extra weight that is on this thing. So now the question begins with if you should tow with one of these. As you can see, I do have a hitch. I have towed with this a few times. But I must say, I used to tow my quad on like a little 6-foot trailer, and it was only a Yamaha Blaster 200. Not much weight. That was no issue for this Jeep at all. So I guess the real question is what do you want to tow with your WJ, Just recently, I had a 12-foot trailer on the back of this, and it was a very, very heavy trailer. I'm going to put a picture right here. So that was a really big trailer, and it was galvanized, so it wasn't aluminum or anything like that. I want to say the trailer probably weighed a couple thousand pounds, I would imagine. I couldn't lift the tongue, so I had to use the jack on the trailer. So the trailer alone was pretty heavy. That wasn't the issue. I put the trailer on the back. I had to go about an hour there, an hour back to where I was going to pick up my fence that I now have on the side of my house. The fence alone, it weighed probably about another 1,000 pounds, maybe, I would say. So in total, maybe 4,000 pounds I was towing behind this thing for an hour. That's probably the most weight I've ever towed with this. Well, I shouldn't say probably. That is definitely the most weight I've ever towed with this. Just some things for you guys to look out for when you're towing like that is obviously give yourself plenty of time to stop. These things, I don't have a trailer brake controller or anything like that in this Jeep, but the trailer itself did have hydraulic brakes with the chain. They work, not the greatest, but they do work. I do have upgraded power stop heavy duty truck and tow brakes on here. It's going to be a little hard to see them. We have terrible weather today, guys. I'm very sorry, but I wanted to make this video for you guys while it was still fresh in my mind. So these are power stop heavy duty truck and tow brakes. They have the drilled and slotted rotors and the pads. I also swapped this Jeep out. If you guys have early WJ, you have Tevis brake calipers. They are junk. I highly consider to swap them out for the Alcabona calipers. It's a direct swap. You don't really have to do much. You kind of just swap them right out. And I do have stainless steel Kevin's Off-Road brake lines. So that's another thing that you might want to look into. It gives you a lot better of a pedal feel, in my opinion. Some people don't like that. I personally do. So as far as the brakes go, that's what we have. We do have 456 gears in the axles. So that helps out tremendously, especially when you have all this extra weight and then you're adding a trailer on the back, like more weight. Definitely helps with acceleration. Another thing too is it depends how fast you're trying to drive. You really shouldn't drive over like 55, 60, 65 max with the trailer on the back, but you should turn off your overdrive when you're towing a trailer. It's just a good idea to do that. Puts less strain on your trans. When your trans goes into overdrive, it locks the torque converter up, so it does multiply the torque, which it's just a good idea to turn overdrive off unless you absolutely need it. With a 456 gear, I was on the turnpike a lot, so I did have overdrive on, but I would turn it off when I was, you know, in town with the trailer and everything. So it's just a good thing to know, guys. Another thing too is, I know if you lift a stock Jeep, say you're not geared and you have no modifications to the engine or anything, these 4 liters, they don't respond crazy to modifications, but they do help. So just keep that in mind. But I know when this Jeep was stock, I used to tow like a small trailer sometimes here and there with the quad on it and everything. It was slow, and that's just something you're gonna have to live with. The way this Jeep sits, it wasn't ridiculously slow with the, you know, the 12-foot trailer on the back and everything like that, but it was still slow. I would have much rather it been a little bit faster than it was. But, you know, it is what it is. And this is the only vehicle I have to tow. You know, I have the Mustang in the garage. I have the Subaru down there. So this is literally my workhorse right here. Like, this is what I have to use if I ever need to tow a trailer. You know, these things are extremely reliable. Obviously, the 4.7 is going to help you out tremendously with power-wise. But the 4.7 has a slew of its own issues, and I would rather have less power and have the 4-liter. To be honest with you guys, this motor is damn near bulletproof. Unless you know, intentionally destroy it, kind of like I did. My first motor, at least. You know, if you guys haven't seen what happened there, it's in a previous video. But yeah, so I would absolutely recommend towing with one of these with, you know, like a couple things. You know, I would definitely upgrade the brakes, at least to the Alcabona style caliper. The Tevis style, they're known for warping front brakes, and it's just not going to help you when you're towing a trailer on the back. I don't really think the power stop brakes are necessary unless you got the extra money. You know, you could put them on, but they're not necessary. I would definitely recommend doing the Alcabona front calipers though. And as far as, you know, obviously if you guys have like worn out springs and stuff, you know, when you put a trailer on the back of this thing, it's going to squat a lot. So I would definitely make sure your suspension's all good to go. And then another thing too is all these Jeeps did not come with a trailer hitch. So obviously you're going to need a trailer hitch and a wiring harness if you plan on towing with your Jeep, if you don't already have one. There was actually a TSB or recall for this trailer hitch, because when these would get hit in the back, they would actually explode from hitting the gas tank. So just keep that in mind too. But you're definitely going to want a trailer hitch, that's for sure. Up this right here, guys. There's 2 more things that you want to watch out for, and that's one being a mechanical cooling fan. If you live in a very, very hot climate, that is a good idea to put on your Jeep. It was offered with the tow package. My Jeep did not come stock with the tow package. I actually take the mechanical fan off during the winter because it makes the Jeep run way too cold. And then the second thing is going to be a transmission cooler. Get you guys a very, very high quality transmission cooler. I have a B&M transmission cooler on mine, and it's just good insurance for your transmission. You know, Chrysler products do have issues with transmissions, so it's obviously a good idea to help it out the most that you can. Let's get back to the video. So this wasn't, you know, intended to be a crazy long video or anything, but if any of you are planning on towing with your WJ 9904 4740, it doesn't really matter. You know, I just wanted to go over some of the things that you should really look out for, some of the things you should prepare for and everything like that. These things are trash on gas, I'm not gonna lie to you, especially with a trailer on the back. If you're lifted, they're even worse. This Jeep behind me with no trailer on the back gets about 9 or 10 miles to the gallon, so definitely not, you know, a good on gas vehicle, but it is what it is, man. It's not supposed to be. It's not my daily driver, so I don't really care. But if it's your daily driver, you know, I feel bad for you because you are going to be putting a lot of gas in this thing. But, you know, I do think these are capable rigs to tow. It just all depends what you're towing. You know, I'm not saying to go out and put a 3-car trailer on the back of this thing and tow with it, because no, that's unsafe, guys. Like, use your head when it comes to this. You know, if you're gonna tow a quad, if you need to tow a trailer, just pick up some, like, you know, stuff with a house, fence, or whatever the case may be. I do think these will do it. I also do think, you know, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on this one, but I do plan on towing the Mustang with this this Jeep back here. So, you know, when I do go ahead and do that, I will keep you guys updated on that. I'm not going to go far with the Mustang, but like, if I want to go to the track or something, you know, this is going to be the tow rig for it. I don't plan on driving the car to the track. I used to do that when I was younger, and you know, I would break it at the track, and then I'm like, oh shit, how am I going to get home? So it's just something to keep in mind, guys. These things don't weigh all that much. The one behind me is 4,500 pounds. There's so many people making noise right now. I'm sorry. But this one behind me is about 4,500 pounds. Last time I weighed it over the scale, that was before the new wheels. So, you know, you don't want to tow a lot heavier than what your vehicle weighs, you know, when it comes to at least like a Jeep, you know, and this doesn't have any of the safety stuff like stability control or anything like that. So you will have to drive the Jeep, but I do think they are capable. And I just want to, you know, shoot that out there for you guys. And that's about it, man. So I'm going to conclude this video there. If you have any questions for me, please drop them in the comments below. Smash a like up on this video, subscribe to the channel. About to hit 500 subscribers. You guys are awesome, absolutely awesome. I know I've been lacking content, guys. You know, I'm working on it, but it's always good talking to you guys. So definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Hit me up on Instagram or wherever. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Dog donuts.